Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of Selective Ignorance with me, your girl, Mandii B. And today's episode, it's layered and it's messy because I have a very special guest in here with me today. But we're going to get into pop culture. Off top, the internet hasn't stopped dissecting the leaked jail calls from Young Thug. And now he's dropped a new single that feels like a diary entry of pain and burned bridges and, oh my God, cry me a river. But here's the question. Was this apology anywhere near as loud as the disrespect or the kind of snitching he was doing? We'll talk about that. And of course, Mariah, did she really know about the details? Apparently, y'all, she heard those calls a year ago. I'm going to talk about the leaked text messages between her and Tasha K, where apparently she really only maybe broke up with the man because she got embarrassed by y'all. She allegedly already knew all of the tea, so we're going to get into that. And then this is not a sports podcast, but we cannot ignore the buzz around Carmelo Anthony's Hall of Fame speech. The man didn't mention Lala, which has the timeline in a fuzzy. All right, so is leaving his ex-wife out an oversight, a statement, or just none of our damn business? However, what is our business is that he did thank his daughter, who happened to be the affair baby that he had on Lala. So maybe he should have mentioned Lala too. I don't know. Then politics, y'all. We are talking about the killing of Charlie Kirk, which has sparked a different type of outrage online. People are arguing over whether or not caring is the same as celebrating a death. It's a stark mirror of how we grieve or refuse to in public. That's just the top layer of it all, y'all. There's more to unpack, from the nature of public apologies to the way we choose to get empathy and who doesn't. Grab your wide lens with me. We're not here to drown in every headline, but we are here to sift through the noise and find out what actually matters. To me and my super producers who are joined by me today and always, y'all, it's been a while, gang. But we have our gang back in the building. We have both Jayson and A King back. We had like 2 episodes with just Jayson, 2 episodes with just King. We were, maybe 3. No, 2-3 episodes with you was out celebrating what? You were gone for a weekend. It was just in the summer.
He had a
I was in Miami suntanning with my family.
All I know is Jayson was like, "Hey, and I'm about to be out of town with the wife, so I ain't gonna make that recording." And then, of course, we are joined by a very special guest, my friend, the person who is more controversial than me on the interwebs. We have Ray Daniels.
What's poppin'? I really think you're the most controversial person.
You gotta stop saying that. That is not true.
I respect you. That's my thing I admire about you. I'm like, how does she, I would never do a horrible decision. It's like, she like,
First off, you just went on, and luckily, now I feel like I have to actually have you on the pod. You just did a whole interview talking about your poly relationship with Ra Ali.
So I hate, okay, so I didn't expect that to come up. Let me say this.
I know you didn't.
So let me
I
say
watched
this.
everything on the internet.
So let me say this. I thought about that.
Ooh,
I'm
look
like,
at the stuttering.
I should talk.
I don't hear you stutter often.
It's because I didn't know it was gonna come up. I don't really know what to say about it. It's like Ra asked me. No one asked me. Nobody asked me. It was like first thing she shows. So what's your relationship status? I'm like, I'm happy. No, what is it for real? I'm like, should I do this? But yeah,
you did.
I believe in being free and living happy. And
I love that. We're kind of the same person, really.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think I'm that controversial. I think that I just think the way a man does, you think the way a woman does. But I think that that's what makes it beautiful, because you teach me so much about women.
Everyone says, actually, people say I have the mind of a man.
No, you teach me about women.
So, okay.
No, you teach me about women, because even though you have the male tendencies, but let me see what I mean. Meaning, like, you perform like a man, you talk like a man, the aggression is manly, but everything that comes out your mouth is what a woman wants to say.
I'm very demure.
No, absolutely, you're beautiful, but I'm saying you still are like, hold on, and it's like, that's when nigga like back up, but yeah.
Do you agree with him, King?
Oh, why
yeah.
See, that now she want to throw us in.
I need to know. Y'all chose to join me on this project.
I think you represent a fabric of women that are voiceless.
Okay.
And they channel through you, right? I think how people perceive you
is wrong.
It may be a little different because they're not used to it. So you know how they always say you got to meet people where they're at?
Yeah.
They're trying to figure out how they could meet where you're at. So
I'm on another planet.
And they didn't, right. And if they didn't rock with you, they wouldn't, all this, come on, we talking about almost a decade in, right?
You right.
What we talking about?
You right.
They locked in. They want to hear it.
I don't know nobody mad at her. Everybody gets mad at me. I don't know why they're mad at me. No one gets mad at you.
No.
No, I have never seen you.
Have
in
you ever
nothing.
had public discourse about shit you said on the pod?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Like what?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I don't
I
even.
think you
Okay,
picked 'em.
I mean, this is selective ignorance. So I can talk
you
about
picked
whole
'em.
segment
No, I
for
didn't
that.
pick
I
them.
feel like it's 150 positive. You that one.
You know what's
that one
crazy?
comment. You like I'm getting
my
it.
whole alphabet community got mad at me because we had someone on the pod that went by them and their, and at this time I'm like, them and their, that's multiple people.
But that's
and
different.
you just one person. I didn't get the pronouns. I was confused. And she was wearing pink, but she don't go by she go by they. And so the whole episode I'm like, listen, I'm new to this. Excuse me. She went on her pod. Sorry, she's not even a she. I don't know. She a she, but she not.
That don't sound that different than last time Ray was on.
No.
What up?
Right, no.
He was almost saying the same
Well,
thing.
I'm saying though that at the point became an issue. I'm learning though. I'm better now. It's still a little difficult for me, but yeah, no. My whole community kind of got mad at me and they tried to throw stones at me for not knowing that off GP.
But as far as Mandii, no one has a problem with
Oh
you.
wait, no.
'Cause when I'm out with
you know,
in the public, they show you love.
No,
They're
they
like,
do.
"Yo."
Oh, hold on. You know who else got mad at me? Even though he did say I could go to one of his shows. Meek Mill, when I went on Need to Know Pod, and they was trying to make it seem like Meek Mill was this great ass rapper, and I was like, hey, cool.
Oh,
I was
shit.
like, y'all know 5 Meek Mill records, and that shit blew up. I was
shit
like,
went viral,
no, that
yeah.
shit went viral.
But-
I didn't know that many people fucked with him.
I have a theory. I think things only blow up because everybody felt that way, and they're like, how do you have the gall to say that? And it's like, one side that likes Meek is like, what? Then the other side is like, what?
Well, no, and then the real problem was I was
Can they
sitting next
name
to
5
Reggie. Reggie was able to name 5. But here's the thing too. All the ones was like features.
yeah.
I said, girl,
No.
name me some without Drake. Name me some without like I said, bitch, you just named 4 features out of 5.
Respectfully, so
Like
nobody
Dreams and
catch
Nightmares.
feelings.
We know that one.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Hold up, wait a minute. That's it. You know what I mean? But anyway,
No one in this room can name 3. Stop.
I can
it.
name
Ooh,
10.
You can name 10 Meek records.
You're the exception of the rule.
Yeah.
Oh, but you're a music guy.
Yeah, that's true. But like I
He's a
can't.
rapper, dude.
Like I like
Solo Meek or Meek feature? Not Welcome to My House Party. Not Dreams and Nightmares.
I'm gonna just say Meek Records. So that's
No,
another-
see-
Welcome to House
So,
Party.
it could be
counts?
any, I don't look at it like solo or nothing.
I know, I
because,
don't either,
because it's
but
like everything is everywhere now.
No, I'm only leaning into. I understand why she said that.
I get it.
argument.
No, that's my point.
And I'm not saying I fucks with Meek, but I'm just saying I understand it because there's fans and there's super fans.
But that's my point. That's why it was controversial because
Yeah.
it needed to be said. Then it was like once it was said, it was like, how could you say that? It's like it kind of needed to be said.
Yeah.
Like there's a side of us that feel this way, and then there's a side of us that feel that way.
To me, your thoughts, it just becomes a bit. You're polarizing, definitely, and I think your opinion's more than I am, which is maybe why I think you're more
Let's
controversial.
let this show decide.
You know,
We got a lot to talk
We got
about.
a lot to talk
Yeah,
about.
Mandy, just to throw in,
Yeah,
but
talk to me.
you know, we in the clip world, so
Okay.
they clip shit up crazy. So just like when we had Ish on the show, and the comment he made about reparations, how it was clipped up, not by us, but like just the internet's like 100 million times. So people just see that one thing.
Here's the thing with clips, right? I remember, I'll never forget. So used to do Full Court Pumps used to be a sports blog, and so
That's hard,
I had 3 dudes that was pissed as fuck at me: DeMarcus Cousins, Deshaun Jackson,
Damn.
and Des Bryant.
Oh man,
Got to speak to all of them after the whole thing. So I ended up having 3 different things on my blog about them. And when I finally got to speak to them in person about like what it was, mind you, DeMarcus Cousins, that was a leaked nude, which he claimed lost him millions of dollars. But the attorney he had writing me had all these spelling errors. I said, fuck out of here. Then Deshaun Jackson it was the NFL lockout, and he bragged about spending all this money at like One Oak in LA. And so I did a whole write-up about how he owed all this money in his rookie contract, that he was bragging, spending this money. Nigga, it went to Yahoo News, all this shit, right?
Yeah.
And then Des Bryant, I didn't leak it because it was on the internet, but basically I let everyone know he had 2 girlfriends at one point. And this was like Lou Will days. So I share all this on the blogs. They hate me. Deshaun Jackson kicked me out his section in Miami. Like DeMarcus Cousins sent like the whole Kings to be like, man, why you posting? And then Des Bryant blocked me and had a lot to say too. Anyways, I ended up speaking to all of them after, and my answer to them was, well, it can't be posted if it didn't happen. So you can't get clipped up if you don't say it.
That's
so
true.
So for me, if you don't want something out there, whether it's an opinion, whether it's an act, whether it's something that you don't want the world to know, keep that shit off the internet.
I agree.
Keep that shit to where whoever even is involved isn't posting stuff to where now you have all these seeds and these crumbs to where people could put together a little pie and now tell the world a story. If you want to tell your own story, you have to tell it. If you don't want certain parts of your story out, don't post it.
I agree.
And in this era of social media where we all, have mics in front of us, where we all want to post everything on the internet, don't be mad when shit comes out.
I agree with you. Everything you said, I agree with.
I'm just saying.
I want you to know I'm on your side 100%.
You can't be clipped up saying some nonsense if you don't say nonsense and you just happen to say some nonsense.
Well, that's not true. I'm going to tell you why. Because it's a clip right now, academics got out, where they're like, Ray Daniels, who said Drake is something they said. And I was like, I didn't say that. I did say it's over for him if he doesn't drop the lawsuit. I did say that. But
okay.
And then I also said, on the same token, we still need him back. It's like they're like, he's trying to kill him, and now I'm like, bro, I don't crush anyone. I just give objective opinions for what I think affects society. I'm just an objective guy. That's why you say you pissed off Des Bryant. I piss off groups of people, and I'm like, I don't even know what I'm just really talking. I think there's a group of people that don't like my voice, and I understand it because I'm speaking about the way it should be, not the way they want it to be.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I love your voice, and I think we need to hear more of it.
And sidebar, it is September 14th as we recording this. When is the summer over?
When is the summer over? The summer over now, nigga. Pumpkin Spice is here.
Because three months ago, Mandy said that got clipped up, went viral, that Drake is going to have the song of the summer, and it's fall.
Let's be very clear, and we'll talk about this
every
in a couple
season
weeks.
I'm bringing this
Hold
up,
on.
Jay.
No, there was no song of the summer, but that's a whole nother conversation. That's a whole nother conversation. We're not going to get into that.
What's the criteria of that?
Nigga, the song of the summer was folded by Kehlani, if we really want to talk about song of the summer. But we're not going to get into it. We're not.
The song of the summer didn't chart number 1 for 13 weeks?
Who that? What we talking about?
Who we doing that?
So we just going to ignore Luther?
Are you talking about Luther?
Oh, yeah. We're not talking about Kendrick here.
Wow.
Okay.
I said Luther.
Anyways,
anyway, but to put a period on
yes, we're gonna put a period on that.
The thing that I like about the thing that I say, I always say this about Mandii when people ask me what it's like working with her, and I always say who she is on the microphone is really not that much different than who she is off the microphone.
Oh,
that's what I appreciate about her.
I don't know if I like that. Don't say that.
There's an honesty to her approach, and I think Ray's the same way. Like Ray, watching everything that you've been doing with your shows, it's like I look at it and I'm like, this ain't that different when I was sitting across from a table.
It's everyday talk,
like one-on-one. You know what I mean? Like it's just an honesty. It's not like you turn it off and you're like, oh, I was just performing.
Nah. I will say Ray is Ray.
And I walk away. And
Ray been this.
That's who Ray is.
Literally since forever. When I first met you, I think I was like 18 when I first met Ray.
In Tehran, you came to the studio.
With Tehran, yeah. And he was always that. And then just, I think through the years though, too, your confidence in a room, how you walk into a room, even when you walked into the room, you just always got something to say, and I like that. Speaking of always something to say,
you're that way too. I think that's why when you say stop podding, when you say like we're podding, wait.
Yeah, be like, wait till the mic's on.
For you, it's just conversation.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not
because for you it's just conversation, but for everybody else they start like getting worked up, and you're like, yo, this is just who I am.
Yeah. I like to work people up. So we're gonna do our double down and take it back.
Let's go.
We pulled a clip from you, right?
Okay.
Because basically what we like to do now, whether it's something that I've said on a previous show or a guest has said on a previous show, we like to see if you still stand on what you had to say.
I like that. Let's go.
And so Jayson's going to play a clip, and I want to know if you still believe in what you had to say in this clip.
All right, let's go. See, that's why I've been saying on record, the streets is dead.
Yeah. You've been saying
the streets are dead. And the reason why the streets are dead is because you can't think about this. You got rappers like Fat Joe saying I lied on everything I said. Now, let's be
y'all
clear.
niggas got 6ix9ine back outside.
Let's be clear. Fat Joe from the Bronx. Yeah. My family from the Bronx. Fat Joe is a real street guy. Like, he really about that life. But now he got to say, I'm really not. That was a joke. So what's happening is now, it's like, we're just making it WWE. So how can think about this. Fat Joe been out since the 90s. How can someone in 2025 come out? How can someone from 2005 come out and really be a gangster, talking gangster shit, making money, still talking? They're coming after you like you're John Gotti.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I've been saying. The streets is dead, and I ain't gonna lie. I'm happy for the streets being dead now because maybe we get to some real talented artists now. Too. Remember that kid that had the record?
I don't know. Who are you about to get into saying?
The kid from Philly.
Oh, I thought you was gonna get into the Jacksonville. I love the Jacksonville boys.
The kid from Philly that Pop Hunted.
Oh my God, Julio. That was like my whole. I loved all that mess. That's the thing, though. Then you went. The streets is dead. No, they end up dying in the streets.
That's what I mean by the streets is dead. It's meaning there's
like,
there's
you're not
nobody
allowed
that's
to,
able. Like Jay-Z was a street rapper who now is a billionaire. You're not allowed to evolve anymore. It's like once you come out, is that they're on you for that.
Okay, but there's a difference between being a street man pushing weight and being a street nigga really killing people. Like
What's the difference? They both doing crimes.
Yeah, yes or no. Yes or no. Like the difference between like what we saw happen in Chicago with all of those rappers either getting killed or ending up in jail. What we saw in Jacksonville, they were really doing gang shit, street shit, killing each other, and then putting it into songs. I think Jay-Z was just talking about selling dope.
He talked about what he did though. That's my point. It was almost like we spoke about what we did. Now we're speaking about what we do. And now that we're speaking about what we do, they like, oh, okay. If you're doing that.
Okay, if you're doing that presently,
it's almost like the extreme version. Remember, like you know, like there was a point in time with webcam, then becomes OnlyFans. It's like it just becomes extreme versions of it, and that's what I think happened to rap. It just became extreme where I would be in offices, and now people are telling me the story more than they're telling me about the music. Yo, he a real dude. He from the streets. He really about. And I'm like, why does that matter?
Because that's the thing. That matters to our community.
Hey, so that's what I said. That's gone. That right there is dead.
There's also a void.
You don't even want to come in the room and say you did no shit for real. They might be looking at you. I ain't no street dude. That's done.
But I think the other big problem is too these microphones. Like you get on a goddamn microphone and start bragging about what you're doing or how recently you did it. Like. There's a body and they trying to figure out who did it, and now you on a podcast talking about you might have some connection to that, and now the feds is listening.
We don't. That's the feds is listening to every podcast.
I couldn't believe that they were just
they
talking
are
like
biggest
that.
fans.
So we've seen it. Like I just watched this one of this YouTubers I watch that covers like the drill scene in New York. He does a good job. This young kid, and he said he has to be mindful. He was doing a reaction video to another YouTuber talking about one of the pioneering drill rappers who might be in jail right now, but he's like, hey, be mindful because they clipped up his video and had it in the court. And we've seen this already with rap lyrics,
we have
right?
seen it.
And we've seen it with some podcasters who got jammed up in scenarios where they're using the audio from.
Yeah,
I don't know if y'all saw. I don't think there's a connection. I'm hoping there's not a connection. But the singer, what's his name? Brandon, I don't know, whoever, a body was just found in his Tesla.
Oh yeah, David.
Yes. So allegedly they're pulling back a song now with lyrics because it's a woman's remains that was found. He has a song called Romantic Homicide talking about killing a lover.
See?
And so they're literally pulling up this record from 5 years ago.
You're not even getting a chance.
To talk about.
You're not even getting a chance. It's like this nigga didn't get a chance to go platinum. He didn't get a chance to get
but he's currently on tour, but they're like, oh, this is looking bad. Mind you, he's already been dropped from 2 brand deals without even, I mean, they're still investigating. But literally because they can attach this romantic homicide record to those possibly being his thoughts of killing a lover, and now there being a dead woman in his trunk. It's like,
wow,
damn. Like, I think here's the problem, right? We talk about even in R&B, right?
Yep.
We love to know that they're going through real heartbreak. When someone goes through a divorce, we can't wait to hear the album that's next, right? And so in that sense, you're living your real life. I think a lot of us like for our artists to be connected to their music. And unfortunately in hip hop, it's connected to the parts of them that could send them away. I mean, shit, look at all the stuff they did with, they did bring up a lot of thugs like records and his crew gang, even though it was, what is it? Young
YSL.
No. But what did he say it stood for? In the court?
Thug stuff was truly humble under God. I know thug stuff is truly humble on God. I love that. I was like, that's good.
I was like, oh, these are good little acronyms to try to use them. These are good acronyms. Well, speaking of thug, let's get into pop culture and talk current events. There have been a ton of leaked phone calls from jail. Have you been listening to them, by the way?
Everyone.
Yeah,
it's funny to me.
I'm mad that he waited so long to say it was AI. Like this week, he just this week said, "Man, that shit is AI." I said, "Niggas, too late." Once you actually apologize to Glorilla for calling her ugly, we know all these fucking calls are real. you should have claimed AI early out the gate. Pretty much in these leak calls, he's talked about everyone from Drake, Future, Kendrick, Gunna, Glorilla. Apparently also another woman he wanted to put a baby in. Which one was your favorite call and why?
My favorite part of the call was the laugh. I think a laugh is amazing. I love his laugh. I'm like, he just, okay, so my favorite thing to do in life is people watch. So I love watching people in their most natural state. So this is like his hat, this is like his guard is down.
Oh yeah, because he was in jail. He ain't had nothing else to do.
Nigga, hey, I'm just with my, it's like this is how the streets was ran, right? It's like niggas was gossiping. Right. It's like, so
no, they know not to gossip on them phones though. It says this call is being recorded.
Hold up, but hear me out. Hold up, Mandy. But think about it from their standpoint. Man, them folks try to hear me talk about the crimes.
Okay, valid.
The salacious part, they like, what they gonna do with that?
They don't give a...
If you get off, nigga. If you get off, that's why I'm like, I look at it like war. Like, what people don't understand about me is that I like to watch things. So I'm like, wow, rap is about to go against the DA, and I'm like, how's this gonna play out? Because if you in the streets, you know what it is. It's kind of like well, you gonna have to fuck with us. We know it's real, but you gonna have to come fuck with us to really know it's real. But in our world, like, we've canceled people for being snitches. Like the Pop 100 kid, Corvette. He was 17 when that record took off. They found out he went to the police when he was 14 because he saw a crime, and his mom took him to the police station and said, "You gonna tell these folks?" So he did it, and he's a snitch, and they canceled his career. The kid that's on Corvette, hop it there.
Y'all allow women though, like we could be snitches, right? Because I'm snitching.
That's
don't do no crime around me.
That's why women are winning, because they don't have no.
Baby, I'm snitching. Yeah. I do not have to be. I have no street code. I'm not taking time for nobody. I ain't doing it.
Especially if I ain't do nothing.
So
when did this change?
Women are allowed. No, I think all the time women are allowed to be snitches. No.
Yes, women are allowed.
Yeah, women are allowed to snitch. I mean, because not all of us want to be a down-ass bitch writer anymore. Now you get looked at as a goofy. Like, I think being a snitch is better than being looked at as a goofy.
This is why I love the world we in now. Because women. No. This is why. She's not wrong, but it's messed up because men don't live by the same rules.
Nope. Yeah, no, because if you take time for a man. As a woman, we gonna laugh at your goofy ass for taking time for a nigga who probably laid up with another bitch anyway, about to make a whole new family. There was actually a girl that just went on TikTok. Ladies, stop telling us how you're goofies. She went on TikTok and shared how she took a bid for a guy for some drugs. Bro, while she was locked up, he started fucking her best friend, and now her best friend pregnant. So she come out her best friend pregnant with the nigga baby. And now she's like, man, I took time for him. How dare he? Yeah, bitch, you're goofy.
I just want to say this.
You should have let him take that time.
The same way that is, I can say the same thing for, do you know how many men are in jail for killing for a woman that's out here getting drilled into a mattress? Jesus Christ. like killed the nigga because he tried to get your woman, and or kill, let's take it for your little sister.
Yeah.
Who likes street dudes, and you kill a dude, you go to jail. Now she's with the next street dude who beating her up again.
Yep.
So that's like, at what point in time do us men stop acting like fucking goofies and going to jail? Let's be clear. Most niggas are criminals because women love criminals.
Whoa.
You said when? 2095. Go ahead.
Wait, what?
Listen, let me tell you something.
Most men are criminals.
No, hear me out. No, hear me out. Most. Here's the cycle that our culture does, and you don't want to hear it, but it's the truth.
The girls like the bad guys.
They like the bad guys. They have babies with the bad guys.
Yeah.
The bad guys turn into terrible baby daddies. Then they get the good guys who wanted them when they was the shit to come be stepdaddies, and they celebrate him in society. He's the bonus father. He's the great man. You didn't want him when you was 19.
You know when she wants to be a good woman?
You didn't want him when he was 21. You didn't want him because he was lame. You didn't want him because he was lame. Women like cool. Mandy, you know for a fact, you don't want to walk in the room with a nigga that's lame as hell.
Oh, wait, no. He don't know me, huh?
Oh, you don't care?
Nigga, my niggas got PhDs. I like me a little lame
cool.
nigga. I say that all the time.
No.
I don't
cool is not educated.
Well,
cool.
I'm telling you now,
okay.
I don't want no street nigga. I was dating this one guy. He violated probation. I ain't even want him because he was What you about to do?
I'm gonna ask you a question. My beautiful,
ask
gorgeous
me a question.
friend.
Yes, go ahead. Ask me up.
I don't want to ask your age because it's rude to ask a woman her age.
I'm 34.
Okay, 34. When you were 20, Were you messing with street dudes or the PhD guys?
I was dealing with athletes, millionaires who got it legally.
Mandy was the street
You were
dude.
smart.
I was the street dude.
Mandy was the street dude,
I shared.
right?
Smart.
I was selling Molly to the athletes in Miami.
You're smart.
She was the
The cops
street
came
dude.
knocking out, flushed him down the
but-
toilet, but he ain't come for me.
but man-
So then I tried to save the Molly out the toilet and still get them shits off because I had to get my money
but
back.
Mandy, look at this from this standpoint. Look at this from this standpoint.
sounds like an L song.
Let's use Thug and Mariah.
Okay, Thug
That
and
is
Mariah.
a true Atlanta story.
Okay,
Mariah
now,
is a
beautiful
girl,
educated girl, too.
Father is one of the most legendary coaches in Southwest DeKalb. He has a statue I heard
I didn't
outside
know
of. She comes from a great everything.
Two-parent household,
but
yep.
you still end up with a street guy because it's just the way it is. It's like women want to feel protected. Street guys, I'm not dissing them. I'm just saying women want to feel protected, and street guys make you feel protected. When you're 23, 24, as a man, as me now, me telling a woman now, take care of my kids, I pay my taxes, that's sexy as hell.
Oh, yeah.
When
No,
I was
I'm-
10, that 20, 25, it was like, nigga, your lame ass. I like the street nigga.
I'm not gonna lie, Mariah's gonna look back at this relationship and be like, girl, what the fuck was you thinking? Now, here's the thing, too, that I wanted to talk about. So, it's recently, clearly between both of their tweets, her posting her lyrics, they're now broken up. Alleged. I feel like she gonna get back with him.
Sure.
But, and this is why I think they're gonna get back together. There were leaked text messages between Tasha K and Mariah the Scientist, where Tasha K had these tapes last year. Last October, these tapes were available. These tapes weren't leaked to the public, but they were available. Apparently also, shout out to Laura LaRosa, she brought up, and for any of y'all with anybody in jail, apparently in Cobb County, in Atlanta, anyone can request jail calls.
You can make the request.
You can make the request.
Atlanta. Atlanta's super accommodating.
in Atlanta,
anything you want
it's a
from the
thing.
court.
To listen. You can literally request jail calls.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure
You
people
can
were
record
just
stuff
looking.
in court. Like,
Yep.
Atlanta will
give you this shit. So apparently Thug did have to have his lawyers talk to Cobb County. They stopped being able to, like, he put a stop for anyone being able to access his calls, because clearly we heard the leak calls a couple, you know what I mean, last year. Yeah. And so he did have a stop on it. However, not before clearly they got all this other shit. So allegedly, Mariah already knew the call with him talking about impregnating the woman, that he was cheating, fucking the COs. He said the COs was handing out boxes quicker than FedEx.
Yo.
Bro, that was crazy. That was crazy. So she knew that this whole time these calls existed, what he did, that he was cheating on her, and it wasn't until the whole public knew that then she broke up with him. So for me, it's like...
Shame.
She's embarrassed. Well, and that's the thing, too. A lot of times, and this is why I tell everybody they're not really monogamous, because y'all be saying with these cheating ass niggas, knowing they cheat, that means y'all not monogamous in real life. But
I agree.
But the problem is, women don't like to be publicly embarrassed.
In front of other women. It's not men. Men don't give a fuck.
Okay. You know what? I'm actually not. I'm not disagreeing with you.
I done spent so much money on purses and things, and I'm like, I don't care about that. But it's like, I get it. It's for other women. I get it. I'm not mad.
No, let's be very clear.
Is there a correlation between that and, let's say, when they say other women like men who have other women because they like the girl?
Listen, man, let me tell you. We are in a different society right now, and I believe that. Like, I'm being honest with you, because I believe that. Like, we are all still in high school. Let's just take that.
Damn.
Yeah. No. Remember in high school, Jayson? You got great beard. You got out a little bit. You got away from everybody for a little bit. Then here comes Facebook. You're like, oh, she's 27. How's life doing? Think about when you leave high school at 18 and 19 and 20, and now we're all still connected. We all
still are connected.
We're still stuck with like being embarrassed or worried about. You got to let that shit go and focus on your happiness. That's why I like podcasters, because if we talking, we already let it go before we said it out loud. You can't hurt my joy. I'm happy as hell.
I said way too much out loud. But yeah, I don't know. I think her being embarrassed publicly is one thing. I do think she goes back. I did want to ask you your thoughts on the new record, because everyone was like, bro, just put out music.
I think that
Do you like the new record?
I think that one of Thug's superpower was mystery, right?
Okay.
And I think that now that, now that they've exposed this part, like him pillow talking with his woman, I think that is more entertaining right now than the records.
Yes.
So I think that he could have dropped a record that was incredible. It's almost like me saying to you, yo, Mandii, everybody welcome to my house. Hey, look, guys, here's where I want everybody to hang out at. Y'all, this is the room for everybody. Don't nobody go in that door right there.
Yeah, yes.
And then don't nobody. And then they, of course, when I leave the room, everybody like, what the fuck is in that door? I mean, that's just how the society is. So I think we're just more interested in what the shit that Thug doesn't want us to see than the thing that he does right now. And I think that that's just a timing thing. So I thought the record was good, but I think that the conversations are more interesting. And I think that that's what people are running to. We have choices now. Now we have choices now. Like we can choose we can listen to the song or listen to the BTS conversations. I think everybody's choosing the BTS conversation.
I mean, I also just think that the thing that's not helping him is that the calls come across like bitch ass shit. It's lame, essentially, right?
It's pillow talking.
Well, because here's the thing, right? I've even said it. It's what's so great about Cardi. We actually like feeling like we could hang or want to be around artists.
Yeah, I agree.
And so
relatable.
We like relatability when it comes to artists. I don't think, even though niggas do pillow talk, I don't think people want to feel relatable to A, him just getting out of jail, B, him doing all the bullshit he did. He done fell out with everybody. I think that's the problem. Everything about his relatability, nobody wants to relate to. No one wants to be someone that almost got locked away for life. Nobody wants to admit to pillow talking, even though men do it. No one wants to believe, and the way he showed up in not supporting Mariah, the women can't even get next to you with it. Then you hating on Gunna because you did jail wrong. Like, you were supposed to go to jail, come out looking better. Like, you ain't do no push-ups, no sit-ups. You went in jail and got fat and pillow talked. You didn't even do jail right. Gunna did. He came out, looked better. He looked like a clone version of his goddamn self. He came out and dropped fire-ass music. Everything that he hates Gunna for is what he should have been doing, and instead, we got a sad-ass song about why he's sorry to everybody. Like, nigga.
I'm not even, I agree with that part of it. Like, see, this is the thing. You can't argue that narrative. My thing is when you think about the fact that he got out after 3 years, also think about the fact that he could have been in there still to this day.
Okay.
Right? So it's kind of like life's over. Life's ending. Like it's almost like one thing where it's like they took all your money from you, man. He said, now I'm like, call Fredo. I used to buy that nigga dinner. Mike ain't giving me $5 I'm in jail.
Yeah.
Mike is dodging the calls. I'm like, he was just, of course, your dog. He was the boss.
Yeah.
And now he only can control the world from that phone. So that's all he was trying to do.
Okay.
He was just trying to be the boss control. And by the way, like I said, I know he did everything right. They got him in a pub. They couldn't do this to John Gotti because no one cared. Now because of social media, they like, dog, I'm telling you, street rap is dead. They're gonna get us every time. Because you gotta remember, he's also the same dude that said he meant that, by the way. If we all go to jail for life, whoop the damn do. He was willing to do it.
He was.
And that's my point. He's a different level of man, and I think
then guess what? He came out saying that, and everyone's like,
"That's
so hell no, we don't agree with that."
Here's what I think.
He said, "Whoop de fucking do. We gonna stay. If I go to jail for life, I go to jail." And everyone's like, none of us agree with that. Like, we don't live that way, bro.
You ever seen Barbershop 2? When he was like, we gonna go to jail. Yeah, and we ain't got guns, and we got guns. And the entertainer was like, hell yeah, and they gonna die. We gonna die. And Sam was like, hold the fuck on. I don't want to die, nigga. And I think what's gonna happen with Thug is that I think Thug is really hurt now because he like, damn, I thought we was all following the same fucking
code. Yep.
And now y'all letting these lames win. I'm telling you, I could see that driving him crazy.
Yeah.
But like, that's the point. I would tell him if I was with him, let that shit go.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
He gotta grow up.
The streets is dead. Nobody cares about who. As much as we was raised on who snitched, those days are done.
You said if you was with him. That's the problem. A lot of these dudes don't have that ecosystem of confidence to say, yo, don't do that.
But they can't because a lot of people that go around men that operate like a thug or that wants to be the boss. Essentially what happens is you keep people around you that are your yes men. You keep people around you that have to count on you for a check to feed their families. So a lot of times you're not going to step up and check somebody on what you think is wrong because it's going to trickle down and have an effect on you. Yeah. So a lot of times, all these men, like I ain't gonna get into a lot of niggas in this industry. Period. I ain't gonna name names, but from podcasters to hey, shut up.
At this point, yo, we at the lunch table, right? You said we in high school.
All I know is there's a lot of people around them, and that men need yes men. I'm gonna lead into men. I don't think women really operate this much. A weak man does. Yes. But a lot of these men are weak. A lot of them are narcissists, all the words that men don't like being attached to them. And so a lot of them have yes men. Unfortunately, Thug was in a position with a lot of yes men. And I think that's really his issue with Gunna. At the end of the day, Gunna was like, oh yeah, I ain't with none of this.
But maybe
I'm not saying yes no more. This ain't for me.
Look at what you just said. I'm glad you said that. See what she said? You said no more. And as a man that's used to being leading and calling shots and everybody following you, and now the soldiers ain't listening, that would drive me crazy too. If that was the way you knew life. That's all I got. That's what I mean by I give people grace. Like I'm like, hey man. Shit, I don't know what I would do in that scenario. If I think I'm looking at, I'm like, I might not never get out of here. Sometimes you just want to I just want to feel like we on the couch laughing because that's what we might be doing at the house, man. That nigga lame as hell. Ha!
I mean, it's a bit of an ego trip too because I think at the end of the day, when you a boss, you see yourself as a leader. And he can only view himself right now as a failure who failed as a leader, who failed as a boss, who kind of let a lot of people down.
And not only that, the problem that I think he did is a problem that a lot of people have with the world is when you tell people to be perfect and you're at 99%. You ain't at 100, bro. Them phone calls was the one thing that exposed you. That have nothing to do with the trial, nothing to do with nothing. That was the one thing that was the 1% that made you 99, not 100. And by the way, even if Gunna is 85 in your eyes, none of y'all are perfect. And I think that's the hard part of accepting, like, damn, like, that's how y'all see the world now? Yes, nigga, it's different now. It's like that time when it's like some man one day said the F word to another gay man. Like, you F word, and then everybody looked like, hold on.
Here you go. Hold on. Here you go.
No.
What analogy is this?
I'm using it as an example that I'm saying that it was okay until one man said it and everybody's like, that's not okay no more.
Okay.
And that men had to adapt to that. And what I'm saying, I think that's what's happening to the streets right now. Because it wasn't like you was trying to, I don't think we was trying to be bad. It's just sometimes you grew up hearing shit certain way, like, she's a bitch. It's like you heard it as a kid, you just recite it, and now you get to this, I'm 23 and we don't use that word no more. Like the R word, you can't say that. It's like certain words you just don't say on record. Like, so
man, I'm mad that
society.
That's actually a word I want.
I agree, because a lot of these niggas need to be called that.
I really like that word.
That's my point. It's slowly being accepted now.
I need it back. I mean, it's bad that I like. That's the word that I'm like, come on now.
What the fuck did that do to anybody?
There's mad undiagnosed niggas walking around. We need to be able to call them that.
Yo, that's it.
You might be helping them out.
Undiagnosed niggas. I think we got to use that.
That's the new word.
Undiagnosed. I said they all undiagnosed. Listen,
you are undiagnosed. That's
you
all it is.
undiagnosed, bro.
Yeah, I like that.
All right, well, let's get into This Is Not a Sports Podcast, but we're leading a little bit into sports. Here we go. Let's get into it. Carmelo Anthony, Dwight Howard, Sue Bird, Mike Moore. They just had the Hall of Fame for basketball.
Clap it up.
By the way,
Clap it up for Carmelo.
And Dwight.
Once a Nick, always a Nick.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm from Orlando. I was a huge fan of the Orlando Magic. Used to be credentialed media when they went all the way to the finals and lost to the Lakers. I was really sad.
I was credentialed media in my life. I want to be it one day.
I was credentialed media in the for the NBA through Black Sports Online. Shout out to Robert Littell. And so I was really excited to see this. By the way, backstory, how much I love Carmelo Anthony. So Carmelo Anthony won at Syracuse when I was in like 7th grade. And when he got drafted to the Denver Nuggets, my mama's boyfriend at the time went to Champ Sports, was able to get me the jersey from the back. He knew a nigga at Champs. It was before the jerseys came out. And when I tell you, I wore that shit to school and was the flyest bitch.
You still got it?
You hear me? No, but I have a picture of me with my Denver Nuggets jersey, Denver Nuggets poster behind me. My whole room, I was 15 in basketball because of Melo, like throughout middle school and high school.
That's dope.
So I really love this. Well deserving of it. Yep. I do think his career was tricky because of all of the hoopla around him leaving Denver, then coming to New York. I think playing in New York is tricky. And I don't think they fully surrounded him. I was about to say, they never surrounded him in New York with...
It's timing. Like, a lot of people don't realize like, he can't do everything by himself. But what he did, his contribution was that.
Yeah, like, I'm trying to think. They had...
Because New York was in the flux.
Who did they have around him? Like, they played...
Raymond
J.R. Smith ended up coming. Amari
Iman Shumpert.
Yeah, Iman Shumpert.
Amari's another one, by the way.
Amari Stoudemire.
But he ended up getting injured quite a bit, right?
Yeah.
And so, another... tidbit.
Yeah.
I got to watch him when he was in high school. So he's from Orlando. He went to Cypress Creek. Yeah, that's so right. I got to watch him play his senior year when I was in Orlando. Anyways, going to, this is not a sports podcast. Oh, look, y'all probably surprised I know this much, huh?
I know.
Y'all don't know who the fuck I am. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Let's
to really be in this shit. Well, it's not about whether or not Carmelo Anthony should have been a Hall of Famer, but people have been selectively outraged, I guess, at the fact that in his acceptance speech, he did not thank his ex-wife now, Lala Anthony, And the internet seems split about it. I do think it's one of those you damned if you do, damned if you don't type of scenarios. Basically, yeah. Let me just ask you. He's being
and for context, it was a 20-minute speech.
It was a 20-minute speech. Yeah, it was a long speech.
He thanked a lot of people. It was a really good speech.
Jason, I was about to go there. I was about to be like, if Lala won the Oscar, right? You think any man is gonna be mad that she didn't thank Melo? We don't care.
Okay, so you think this was a women were mad?
I think this is a woman-led issue. I think every man that understands what is going on knows. Like, as a man, I put it like this: him not shouting her out just told us where they are at that moment.
But I would say,
like, man, if you my wife's wife and like we good, I might be like, shout out to my wife, but we might not be good today, so I don't want to say your name
it might
right
be
now.
Depending of the time. You're right, a timing thing. Like, and they have been co-parenting. I love that Cayenne is going to Syracuse as well.
Me too.
I just love that.
I love
that.
everything about it.
It's all the pictures around it. Like, it's like really dope seeing that full circle. To me, it's interesting because. I remember talking, Jayson, that wasn't even a full episode, but I remember talking about during the Olympics, there were men that chose to propose to their partners during the Olympics. And for me, I felt like as women, you're actually in a space where you are something you worked hard for. You should be awarded the medal. You should be awarded like the accolades in that moment for that thing. And now you're attaching this personal part of it to your life. And I think that's fucked up.
Me too.
So for me, it's not like she wasn't with me shooting in the gym shit. For me, as an athlete, I don't think you have to parade the women that were in your life.
Me neither.
I don't. His kids, period. I mean...
And let's be clear, also the little girl being there was the controversial child because everybody... That word on the street was that was what broke them up, right?
No.
I don't know. I don't know.
So word on the street is that little girl happened 6-7 years ago. What broke them up is he allegedly has 2 more twins.
Oh, okay.
That's what allegedly broke them up.
Is that insider shit?
No, it's not insider shit.
I'm about to be like, yo, man, you got security?
No. But I love Melo. I shout out to 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. Love everything he's doing.
100%.
This is a public thing that allegedly broke them up.
Right.
So there were text messages and things because
when he was on that yacht.
The woman is in London and apparently he tried to give her money for an abortion. She didn't have it. And then I think the kids, there's some like health problems with the twins. And he's like not trying to be involved at all. This is all on the internet. She leaked the information. So that's apparently the straw that broke the camel's back with this relationship because he did have an affair baby. They continued in their marriage, but then there's the 2 other kids right now. Yeah, there's more affair babies. Yeah. So that's apparently what broke the camel's back.
Is crazy.
What? That's what they called affair babies. If you have babies,
no
man has ever referred to my. If I have a child, Jason, if someone refers to my baby as a affair baby, I'm fighting on spot. That is my child.
Okay, that could be your child. But
imagine you introducing.
That's the brand.
And you get to the 3rd one, but oh, that's the affair baby.
What? I mean, hold on.
Which one is that one? Oh, that's the one I had.
This is what people are talking about. But like, this is what they're going to be referred to. Yeah. I bet you a Lala family them the affair babies.
So absolutely, you're so right.
Like Lala is like, them ain't my kids. That ain't a part of like my relationship with this man. Them ain't even Cayenne's siblings. God damn it.
Damn.
Like them the affair babies. But anyway, yeah.
You came up with 2 phrases: undiagnosed.
I know.
Affair baby is already a word that said. We're not gonna do that. Anyways, basically, me and Ray actually sit here in agreement. Yep. It's not a big deal that Melo did not mention Lala. Congratulations to Melo. Also, congratulations.
I think he mentions her all the time. Otherwise,
and by the way,
he does.
When I used to work with him, and his son would come around. He would be like, don't forget your mother said this, your mother said that. Don't be doing that because you know how your mother gets. Like, and then they did an episode together when he announced his college.
They did do an episode
and they made
together.
Sure they sat down and then they got back up to hug each other because they were like,
were you a part of producing that episode?
I wasn't on that episode.
Okay.
But
that was a good episode.
They stood back up to hug each other because they knew how the internet would be.
I mean, and I will say he does.
The internet is high school. They knew how high school would be.
Right.
Because that's what. Yeah. But Melo does often talk about like how great of a mom Lala is.
She does the same.
Literally.
And she does the same. Facts.
Yeah.
And as long as Lala's not out there screaming about it, why is anybody else?
Because the only thing Lala was holding up her phone at the game. Like, like if Lala had something to say, if Lala felt away, we would hear it. She would say it.
There was a time, though,
she
we was
would
like, oh, shit, any day now. This is about to go crazy.
No, but that's why I think they worked through that. And I think that there's still a level of respect. But I do think for this moment, for what basketball has meant in Melo's life,
100%.
Mentioning Lala wasn't that necessary.
And we know.
And also, I want to let y'all know, too,
cool if he did
we're not even finna talk about him shouting out Puerto Rico. Y'all get on my goddamn nerves. If he want to shout out motherfucking Puerto Rico, let him. He's a biracial. He Puerto Rican, he black.
What's
if
old boy
y'all
name?
don't want to let that man shout out Puerto Rico,
Tariq Nasheed would like to have a word.
bruh, that shit was so annoying. He got the Puerto Rican flag tatted on him. Let him. He eat rice and beans. Let the nigga shout out Puerto Rico. And I think he does have a court in Puerto Rico. He has a basketball court out there, right?
He does.
So he goes out there in the hood.
He contributes to Baltimore. He contributes to Puerto Rico. He contributes to Brooklyn. I mean,
and I think he is.
That's all parts of him.
And I think that y'all need to allow that.
And the way high school goes, we got to find something wrong with him. So he didn't thank his girlfriend from 3 years ago. He's a fuck. It's like, that's his high school, bro. Every time I'm reference high school, I'm just going to tell y'all, this is my high school shit. But you're wrong. You're not wrong.
So we're going to do a new podcast.
The lunch table.
The lunch table. That's what we at.
I think we got that. We should do it.
That's really what it is.
We at the motherfucking lunch table.
It's high school.
All right. Well, this next person wouldn't have been at our lunch table. Let's talk about right-wing conservative recently shot and killed Charlie Kirk, who died in Utah. I will say, at least he died doing what he loves. He was talking about black people and guns. So
literally,
give it up for him for dying doing what he loves to do.
Word, gang violence?
Oh, his last words were talking about how black people are transgenders are killing. It was crazy. We're gonna talk about it.
They said no, we'll tell you to it.
Yeah, basically Charlie Kirk. Which by the way, when it happened, I was recording my radio show now on Hot 107.9. We were recording, and my producer Med was like, "Charlie Kirk just died," and I said, "Who? I don't know these white people." And I didn't know really anything about him. However, I did see his content with Jubilee, the 20v1, and I was like, "Oh, mind you." And the only reason why I saw it was he was the one who was pro-life, which also. Pro-guns and pro-life, very interesting. When you're saying everyone deserves to die, but yet these fetuses, really interesting. Basically, a little bit about him for y'all who don't know, because I didn't know much. He was a college dropout. He founded Turning Points USA, a nonprofit that did most of their work on college campuses to push a conservative
big
agenda.
Funding from his dad, big funding from donors. It's not like he just started it on his own. He got a bag from other people to start it.
And this is an interesting part too. He wasn't a politician. He actually wasn't much different than Ray and I. No. He was a person who pushed his opinions to the masses. So I will say, no one deserves to die, get killed, get shot for having an opinion. For as long as we have the First Amendment, for as long as I get paid to sit in front of a mic and have y'all mad about my opinions, I'll never say that anyone who has a differing opinion than me deserves to be shot and killed ever. Like, nigga, I do live shows. I need y'all to know I'm here for bitches being hoes, and if you don't believe it, don't come kill me.
Yeah.
So, not going to say that. However, I want to talk about the lack of comprehension skills in the US of A, because blacks are mad at the blacks is mad at the whites are now mad at everybody. There is a difference between having no empathy and not giving a fuck if someone dies and celebrating a death. I don't think that we're out here throwing parties because this man got killed, because a lot of us didn't care about this man.
For sure.
He didn't lean into having the same thoughts or views of us. He pushed a narrative that we felt the need to combat, which is what a democracy is.
Some of us, because...
You think people are out here celebrating like they finna go dance on a man's grave?
No, I'm saying some of us. There's some of us who did empathize with him.
What are your thoughts?
You mean black folk?
Black folks. Can I ask y'all's thoughts? Are y'all mad at the black folks outside of Candace Owens, because apparently that was her bestie? Are y'all mad at black folks having empathy or showing remorse or caring about this man's death?
I think black people. I think our culture as a whole needs empathy more than anything. I think that's why we're so hard on each other. It's because that's why we're so angry with each other, because it's like when you're in the hood and they don't give a fuck if you're poor. They're going to laugh at you. They're going to point at you. They're going to fuck with you. So I think that we're all tired of, as a culture, we got to stop that. We all need to in that part of it. I'm sorry.
But wait, we shouldn't empathize our oppressors, though.
No.
We don't need to show empathy.
I agree.
For people who don't
I'm
think
talking about to each other.
Oh, for each other. Okay.
I'm talking about to each other. Like even how our music is violent. It's like it doesn't matter, and it's like that's them over there. No, that's still people that look like us. Right. So that's what I mean.
So then, do you think that there is a problem with the people calling out other black people for not showing empathy? I think when you say we need more empathy.
I'm gonna say what I said again about high school. Yeah. Were there people in high school we didn't like, Jayson? Yes. You know why we didn't like them? Because we didn't understand that in a couple years we don't have to live with these people anymore. Social media has made us think that we have to live with each other, so that's what makes us hate each other. We don't have to live with each other. Like I got neighbors next to me. I know one neighbor because she's a famous actress, but the other neighbor, I don't know him, and I don't feel no way.
Go ahead. I'm just saying, I don't talk about the neighborhood you live in.
No, I'm saying the neighbor, not the neighborhood. I'm saying my neighbor is a famous actress, so I know her.
He said just my block got the money. It ain't a whole neighborhood.
Remember he said he don't talk to people if they make less than him.
You know what I mean? That's it. You said that. You said I ain't finna argue with nobody who make less than me.
I'm not gonna argue. See, not talk is different than not argue. Arguing is a wasted emotion for me. Talking, I'll talk to anybody, but I'm not arguing nobody about life. If you ain't built nothing yet. You haven't built anything yet.
What have you done?
What have you done?
Yeah.
Now, I did want to ask you your thoughts only because you did sit here. I'm gonna call you purple, but you lean a little bit more red than blue.
Purple party.
So, and Jayson, correct me if I say anything wrong here. Pretty much within 72 hours of them finding the white Christian Republican killer of this man, who also engraved the bullets, which I thought was crazy. They have sought to seek the death penalty for him, and there's pretty much no trial. And mind you, for a lot of things, in any other instance, whether it be a mass shooting, whether it be a police officer, they often seek innocent until proven guilty. They seek trials, and now this is completely done differently. Also, can we play the clip from the Utah governor and what he had to say?
Oh, man. This one right here.
There we go. Let's get to it.
Because this was a little crazy. I ain't even gonna hold you.
He went in.
This had to happen here, that it wouldn't be one of us. Somebody drove from another state. Somebody came from another country.
We're gonna we might find a little better clip than that.
You're gonna find a better clip than that?
But it's okay. We'll insert it in post. But basically, he said he waited 33 hours to speak, hoping it wasn't one of quote unquote us.
One of us.
He said I was hoping it was someone
He said,
from
I was hoping
different...
it wasn't somebody from this state, and I was hoping it was somebody from a different
this country.
Because he don't want the other mayors, he don't want the other governors on social media saying, y'all need to come here to my state because look what he did to his state. I'm telling you, it's some high school shit, bro.
Yeah, where's the National Guard?
Like, it's some high school shit. Like, I'm embarrassed. You're embarrassed as one of y'all? Like, that's what we...
Wait, what do you mean embarrassed as one of y'all? I'll be honest with you, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, check the stats. Almost every goddamn school shooter,
that's my point.
Back since Columbine, been a white Christian, gun-toting white boy.
Look at the school shooting that just happened right around the
same day.
The
same day.
Did you see the arsenal that kid had?
No, I didn't.
The arsenal was insane.
But that's what I'm saying. For Republicans, politicians who want all these gun laws and all these things, who think that Black people are thugs and Mexicans are the problem.
They worried about Chicago
Latinos,
gangs.
They worried about.
Get the fuck out of here.
No, listen, I'm telling you.
It's normally
right
white boys from Middle America taking these goddamn guns to the schools, shooting up.
Okay, let me clear it. I want to tell y'all something. Charlie Kirk is, and remember this day, Charlie Kirk, his death is gonna mean it's like Tupac's death to Black folks.
Oh, stop it.
Y'all look. That man was
finish that.
No. Listen to me.
Let Ray go.
That man is considered Tupac to that MAGA world. He was the young. They thought he was going to be the next president. He was the one they was lining up to be the president. Go look at Candace Owens saying he's going to absolutely be the president of the United States. Trump is funding him. He was the face of bringing. Think about this.
Wow.
Think about this. At the age of 30, you can't do that at 50.
I was going to say, he was born in 94.
93.
93, there we go.
You come into college campuses where you're not 20, 30 years, you're a couple years older, and you're arguing like an old fascist white man about the country. He was Tupac to them. They are not gonna let this. So what happened was
he helped Trump get elected.
And what happened was exactly. He's the person that brought in the young folks. He's ushering the young folks.
Oh wow, I don't think I knew that.
And allegedly,
he was.
Did
y'all not see how many people was out there to hear him argue with kids? Yeah. He is the Pac of the Republican Party. I believe that they're going to martyr him like we've never seen before.
Yeah. Now he about to be Fred Hampton to white folks.
Oh no, he is that.
And that's why they're trying to get him.
He's Pac
to lie in state.
And they're allegedly mentoring that kid who during the riots in St. Louis, Kyle Rittenhouse. Mm-hmm. He's part of that turning point.
Get the fuck out of here!
Oh yes.
Oh, they had him speak at their engagements and all of that. Yeah.
You heard. I'm
They're
not
molding him to be a politician.
Listen.
That's the one who drove through the crowd, right?
Now he's the one who had the guns.
He had the gun. He shot the skateboarder.
There we go. In Minnesota, yeah.
Minnesota, right?
I don't know. To me, I think it's scary. Me and my friends were just talking about everything that's happened. Bro, we are only 9 months into this motherfucker's presidency, bro.
Man,
like
that's real.
We are 9 months into this motherfucker's presidency. We got another 3 years of this.
3 years and 3 months.
Like
4 months. 3.5 months. You got a long time. Yeah,
it's scary. It's really scary. It's really scary. I will say, in terms of all of the outrage that I saw around this, we had to be in a place where we allow people to grieve, to share opinions, to do all this. What I think my biggest problem, and it's why I like these conversations, what I see is people going straight to insult. And it's just like, just allow, if you don't like the opinion, you don't have to respond. Like,
can I ask you a question about the opinion though?
What?
Because I think because when you were setting it up earlier, asking Ray about people having empathy, right?
Right.
And a lot of the empathy discussion that I see that white people are having is, I may have disagreed with his opinion, but I didn't want to see, that type of violence occur. And
I didn't want to see the video.
Yeah, but my question is what he's saying an opinion? Like I'm going to read a quote about this is what he said about black women.
Oh, the brain.
This is from Charlie Kirk.
Yep.
Black women, and this is not like a rare take from him. This is pretty normal for him. Black women do not have brain processing power to be taken seriously. You have to go steal a white person's slot. This is him talking about affirmative action. Yeah.
Okay.
I saw that.
Right. And so my question is, do you value that as an opinion, or is that something deep? Like, to me, that's dehumanizing. And I don't view that as like, well, just because I disagree with this opinion, I should have empathy for
I ain't gonna hold you.
Is that an opinion?
Here's the thing. I may not share it all the time on the pod. Like, there's a lot of conversations I have with my friends and be like, oh, bitch, we could never say that on the mic. We all dehumanize people often. So that was his opinion that he had. Did I agree with it? No. But have I been or said something that could be seen as everything under the sun where, oh my God, you shouldn't think that? Yeah, like, I'm fucking human. Him saying that, I don't agree with it. I don't think he should have been shot and killed for it. I'm also not someone that believes that no one should be shot and killed. Kill these goddamn pedophiles. Kill these goddamn rapists. Shoot them. I don't give a fuck. I believe in the death penalty for niggas that do bullshit like that, right? So I also believe that some people deserve to die. I'm not here saying no one deserves to die. Mm-hmm. But for your opinion, I don't think you should die.
Go ahead.
That's not having an opinion is not a crime.
I'm gonna say this. I think the reason why he got killed was because he didn't have empathy. I think that when he was on those college campuses, when those kids were talking to him, if he wasn't just so in your face with it, like, black people and like this, and you're people and you're violent. And I think if he was like more human, like, look, I know you come from a culture and I understand it. He didn't give any grace, right? It was just like
the president don't have empathy.
No, that's my point. So I think that him not having empathy is why we should show it. To me, right? Because it's like show them better, right? It's like as much as I'm Malcolm, Martin did more, right? Because the one thing Martin did that Malcolm wouldn't do is Martin would let you punch him in his face. Malcolm wouldn't. You punch Malcolm in the face, we fucking you up. Martin was doing them marches when they like, think about that. Those images of dogs attaching, that is what really made people in New York and California say, hey, these are Americans getting treated that way.
By the way, Charlie Kirk said the 1964 Civil Rights Act was a mistake. I just want to say these things.
I don't know too much about the Civil Rights Act to know what it was.
So the Civil Rights Act is what you're talking about, right? Like everything Martin Luther King did. It
ended segregation in the schools.
Ended segregation.
Okay, that's what it is. Okay, my bad.
And so those images that you're talking about, right? Those are the things that helped lead to government and a lot of elected officials changing their mind and voting towards the 1964 Civil Rights Act, right? Yeah. And so again, because I just want our audience to know who Charlie Kirk is, because I think the name popped up. It's a lot of information. People might not know who he is. Another thing he said is the 1964 Civil Rights Act was a mistake.
Man,
so I just want to be clear who this dude is.
I know who he is.
Yeah,
I ain't agree with him.
He speaks for a certain
demographic
part of by the way that we know is there.
Yeah,
and I think that's why he worked. I think that's why he worked.
He's undiagnosed.
So I'll tell you something. I think that's why he worked, because he was saying what white people have been wanting to say in America without being canceled, and that's why he worked. That's why I say he was their Pac. He was saying shit to us as crazy as it sounds. It's like, who supports this? He would have 12, 13,000 kids outside just to argue with him. Kids, and he was only 31, guys. You talking about 2036 election? They would set him up to be the king of. And by the way, and that one bullet stopped it.
Facts.
And that's what it is. And by the way, he put that energy out there. If I gotta die for this to work, and it happened, and I feel like they're gonna run with that shit.
Yeah, no, he did say some people gonna have to die.
He might have a statue in front of the White House the way they really ain't playing.
That's what they talking about. Yeah,
that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
A college dropout, a high school dropout white kid who started. He's a hustler like anybody else. But because it's them, it's more organized, a system around it. But at the end of the day, I'm afraid for our country, because I feel like they're gonna use it to get angry. That's why I don't bask. I'm not saying don't go into your room and close your door and be like, but don't do it publicly. Because if you do it publicly, you're giving them a chance to do something publicly back to you. And that's my only fear. And white people, and the MAGA people are way more evil than our people. Now, we might kill, but we emotionally kill. We ain't calculating to kill. We're not sitting there saying he comes on December 13th. I'm going to be on top of the building at 3 p.m. Yeah. We don't think like that. We emotionally
engraving a bullet.
Yeah, engraving a bullet. Catch this. And they said he had a trans girlfriend.
I think you just adding this in.
No.
He had a trans girlfriend that he lived with.
So a colleague of ours who who's trans was worried about that. It's like, watch.
Oh, they are going to spin it. They're going to spin the narrative to it.
And then that they're going to lean into the liberal, and then
they're going to make it seem like he was liberal and against everything.
Bro, it's like September 11th. They was like, it had nothing to do with Saddam Hussein. I mean, to be fair,
to be fair, they might be able to spin that because his own daddy turned him in. So, and his daddy is a Christian Bible toting Republican.
Yep.
Republican. So the family he comes from.
And so the way the daddy turned him in might be because he was liberal leaning. I mean, they're going to be able to have, there might be a narrative to spin there, which is why you see the white MAGAs online like, we're going to come and get you. It's fucking bullshit. What is your final thoughts on having an opinion and everybody having their selective outrage around even some of these topics? I'm going
to talk directly to the people. How someone's opinion affects you is a mirror to you. Ooh. If someone, like, what I mean by that is, like, I see things on the line all day of people saying disrespectful things. It never bothers me because I know it doesn't affect me. And not only that, I'm happy in life. Like, I'm doing well for myself. It goes back to high school. Them kids that was the top fucking 5%, they was in the front of the class, right? We in the back talking, laughing. They in the front doing their work. My only thing I'm saying is that I just feel like we just got to calm down, guys. Shit's crazy.
Calm down.
Listen, how you see emotion says more about you. That kid that killed Charlie said more about him. He was the one probably laying with a trans woman, feeling like this dude is talking directly to me. I'm going to kill that motherfucker. And that's exactly what happened. But it was the mirror of the person. Mm-hmm. So if you're offended by anything I said, I ask you to try to look at yourself and say, why am I offended? Because literally, I've had people call me about things said about me. And they was like, this person said this. And you know this, Mike, you manage me. They said, I'm like, why do you care? It's not true.
Why do you care?
It's not true. They said this about you. I don't give a fuck. It is not true. The more I entertain it, the more I'm giving it energy. Let that shit die. It's like a fire with no oxygen. That shit gonna die. That's what I would say. Stop getting caught up in shit.
Stop getting caught up in shit.
Mandy, can I add one last point to it?
One last point. Go ahead.
One last point. I'm being journalist Jayson too much today, but there's
journalist
also,
Jayson is your new name. I like that.
Because, well, you gave it to me like 3 episodes
Come
ago,
on, journalist Jayson.
But I think too, because again, whether he was with the trans woman or not, I don't know. But what is coming up, and you mentioned it with like the narratives and how it's being spun by them, and by them we mean like right-leaning folks. Also, too, there's
they said he was left-leaning when he died.
There's a lot of information that's coming out that the kid who shot him, they shot him because he was not right-leaning enough, right? And so there's a lot of reporting that's coming out.
I heard that too.
There's another group called the Groypers, and they're saying that because Charlie Kirk was not right-leaning enough, that's why he got shot. That's why the bullet casings were engraved, because they think that he wasn't. They thought that he was too sympathetic to the middle. even though he said the comments that,
I mean, my final thought is,
a lot of it's like white on white crime.
I was gonna say, but I can't stand all the goddamn conspiracy theorists of shit. Just let the shit play out.
But
goddamn.
what's alarming is that he just mentioned another group of think tank
the dick
people.
grippers. Is that's what you call them? The dick grippers.
Grippers.
Dick grippers. Okay. The dick grippers.
That's a better name for them.
The dick
Mandy's
grippers.
been on her branding.
Listen. Ray, where can everybody listen to your takes? You have a ton of content for people to tune into. Let everybody know where they can listen to you, support you. Subscribe.
Just look up at Ray Daniels Presents. I'm pretty sure I'm there. If you go to Twitter, you go to YouTube, you go anywhere, just search Ray Daniels Presents. Go to wherever you listen to your podcast, type in Ray Daniels Presents, and you'll find me there.
And also because I love the content I put over there. The clip that we played earlier was from the Radar Report, which is on Patreon.
Yes.
It's Patreon exclusive.
Oh, no, it's not. The whole thing is on. It's a live. I give Patreon the experience, and I cut it up and put some parts on YouTube. But the entire thing is on Patreon.
So if y'all want to support this brother, go ahead and subscribe to that Patreon. And if you're in Atlanta, you can now hear me every Saturday, 6 to 8 on Hot 107.9 off the clock. Also, you can catch me Decisions every Monday. And, I got mad shit coming out. Also, I'm a New York Times bestseller. I'm a New York Times bestseller. So if you haven't yet, make sure you cop that book, No Holds Barred, to do a manifesto of sexual exploration and power. And this that you're tuned into is Selective Ignorance, where curiosity lives, controversy thrives, and conversations matter. See y'all next week.
Let's go.
Happy 5th year, Black Effect.
Yes, happy 5th year, Black Effect.
Charlamagne the God.